Hey guys, and welcome back to Economics and Comics. So, I wanted to do a quick video on 9.8, and we're going to compare a bunch of the same book. This isn't part of the other series, this is just a comparison of a whole bunch of copies of one book and a CGC book that I have that's already slab 9.8. So, I'm going to compare these comics up close and personal, light, zoomed in and everything, the sick cam, and we're going to take a look at these books, and then I'm going to compare it to a 9.8 to see if we can figure out how to spot a 9.8 and what it takes if you have multiple copies. Now this will kind of just be a fun little video to kind of look at books, but that's it. We're going to just do this for fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. See ya! Okay guys, this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm going to try to get super close. So I have about 5 copies of this book. I'm trying not to shake because I have the camera in my hand, but I want to get close so you guys can see. Now this book looks like a 9.8, okay? But maybe it could be too. But I'm going to show you how it is and how it might not be. So bear with the autofocus. The autofocus is not doing what I want it to do. Let's check the corner. Let's see if this works. There you go. See that corner? Now sometimes that'll be forgiven, but you can see it. Now with the normal eye, you probably wouldn't see it. It also looks like it's a little off, coming back around. That cover's coming around. Okay, then look at that corner. Now a lot of these get let go, you know, but when we're looking at it, you got to really look. Also, there was some sort of defect right there. It's like a little edge cut or something. I know this is super up close and personal. You see it now. There. Everything else on this book is good, but those corners usually get let go. Now, you can see the corner from the back side. The back cover usually gives it away. Now, most of these covers that I have, these comics are in really good shape, okay? But then, I want the autofocus to come back on. There. It's almost like, come on. You can see the damage. But dude, seriously, look at this. Do you see it? No. You can see the corner. So, I mean, this book might get away with a 9.8, but I'm thinking more of a 9.6 to a 9.4. That's just too many little issues. So I know this is a little bit weird, but I want to really get up close and personal with these new books. Okay, this is another one, okay? So you're like, well, that's the same book. Well, that's the point. The point is here, if you have a bunch of copies of one book and you really want it to get graded, and you don't want to get it pressed and you don't want to whatever, you really, really need to look at them. So, you see that there? It's like a little cut. It's not a cut, but it's like a sharp. It comes up on the cover. It's kind of hard to see. You see it there? I don't know. That might pass though. Now a lot of corners are gonna look like this. I had to turn auto zoom on because I want you to be able to see it. There it is. Boom. Honestly, that's not too bad. Okay? And most likely, it would get a 9.8. And it's difficult with these white pages against white. The staple kind of looks to have like a little bit loose. But otherwise, everything's really clean on the book, and it's better. It doesn't wrap around. That's the bottom. Let's see. I think that would be acceptable. I don't know. I think this would be a good candidate. At least 9.6. If you're lucky, they overlook it. They don't look at it as hardcore as I am. But, you know, with the press, you might be able to pull a 9.8. So let's move on to the next one. I'm trying to find the 9.8. Okay, here's another one. Now, this is either a 9.6 or a 9.8, and they all have different qualifications. But it's solid, you know. Now, a lot of the corners are going to look kind of bad because I'm looking at 1080p and like a zoom. Those usually would be acceptable. Look at it farther away. It's got a little bit of a... God, I wish it would zoom better. A little bit of a lip. That one little issue, though, that was right here is not on that book. It might have a little bit of a lift. It's really hard to tell on these bright books. And of course, the bright background doesn't help. So far, this book's looking like a pretty good candidate. Okay, now we have this. These sometimes pass, but with the black cover like that, that just stands out. Now, I got to admit, most books like this would probably get a 9.8 normally, but because of that, that would be on the bottom of my choice out of these so far. Now, I pulled some pretty pristine books out, so you got to see. I mean, they're all in the 9.6 range already. So let me go ahead and pull out another one. Bear with me. I have these last two. And I have a graded one that's a 9.8, so maybe we can compare them. This one is also could be a 9.6 or 9.8. It's got that little thing again. You see it? It's just like a sharp lift. Little white piece. And it really pops. Little tear. I'm telling you that would pass though. Let's take a look at the book. I gotta say, you guys, this is probably my favorite book at the cover of the year. There are so many, but just something about this cover that is just gorgeous to me. You can see there aren't any dings. I haven't seen a book with a ding yet, you know? So these are all really good. I got lucky, I guess. Let's check the back. Hopefully it won't be as blurry, but I want to get close. Like sharp kind of, you know? You can see it, I'm sure. But seriously, guys, I think this would be let go at CGC. I wish I had a better well, that corner sticks out, but I've seen it like that, you know, the paper. These are things that have been let go of. I would still say 9.6 to 9.8. I'm trying to be really careful here. I want to show you the best possible example. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so initially when I was looking at these books, this was my pick. But now I keep looking, and I'm being more hardcore on it. That corner doesn't look so great, but honestly, it's decent. There's that little bit of a tear. You guys have to understand how close this is. There's that little thing again. And it's sharp here. Those little corners are usually acceptable with CGC. That's just the other side. There's no spindings. Now this is going to be a difficult video, but I wanted to show you. Like, I would definitely send this book in right here. You might say, oh, they all look the same. But I think that, shoot, they do kind of all look the same. This one doesn't have you can see the whole front cover. I'm going to grab a CGC book right now. This book, 9.8, and we're going to find out what they're letting go at CGC. If any of these, if all of these would qualify or not. I'll be right back. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. This is a 9.8, okay? But I wanted to show you. So, let's see if this will work. Now, keep in mind, these are just like scratches on the cover. But do you see it? That corner? You can see that the page is torn. The corner part. My books have the same thing. That one even looks worse than this one. Do you see it? That's an even deeper tear. And it looks to me, you can see it on the top white. Do you see how there's that crunch? It goes like this. You see it? In my personal grading scale, now don't get me wrong, I'm glad this is a 9.8, but on my personal grading scale, that would not have passed, especially that little crunch. Let's see the back. Now keep in mind there are some finger marks, well, that came off. I don't know if this is interesting or not, but now that I'm comparing it to a CGC book, I am interested. Now that type of stuff, with this type of camera, I mean, I'm really picking it up. Is that it? You see the corner? Make sure that's not on here. Look at that corner. And that's on the black. Come on, zoom in. I want it to work. See it? Look how bad that is. Now, from here, you can't tell. But look. You see that corner? Jesus. Look at that. Now, I'm not trying to say CGC is doing a bad job. because from far distance, you can't tell. But you saw me grade those other ones. So according to this, I've got at least 3 that are better condition than this. Okay? Now I would personally go with this last one here. And I don't know if you're going to learn anything from this or not. But if you're serious about sending it, you saw how I graded them. Okay? You see what this 9.8 is. According to my scale, with the damage that I see on this book, that's small but really close up. I mean, again, 1080p, super zoomed on a nice camera. I got at least 3 books that would get a 9.8. But I would only send in that last one that I chose to be 100% safe if you don't want to get a press. But yeah, I still think this book is a 9.8. But I guess my standards are a little higher. I hope this wasn't too confusing. I thought it'd be interesting. Next time I'm going to grab 2 books of it a little bit older. I have plenty of different books. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're starting to understand how serious you have to be about it. If you really want to get a 9.8, get your duplicates and find the very best one. And most likely you're going to get one. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. See ya!